With the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship currently in the early days of the off-season, silly season is just getting started, with Jaguar TCS Racing officially confirming that Nick Cassidy will join the team next season. Now, during last week's show, we mentioned the departure of Sam Bird and the race reporting that he's likely heading to McLaren. With Cassidy leaving Envision Racing for Jaguar, this will form a new all-Kiwi driver lineup as Cassidy joins his fellow countryman Mitch Evans. Now, in the season that just finished up, Cassidy's Envision utilised the Jaguar powertrain and now he's heading for the factory team. Cassidy said that he's looking forward to teaming up with Evans because they've known each other since childhood and raced against each other for years, and the photo courtesy there of Jaguar TCS Racing. Kirby, welcome back, and we'll start with you. Could Mitch Evans and Nick Cassidy enter next year as the best driver lineup in Formula E? And does Cassidy's familiarity with the Jaguar powertrain make his transition to Jaguar easier?
I mean, there's still a lot to be decided heading into season 10 with all the driver lineups, but it doesn't get much better than Mitch Evans and Nick Cassidy. Nick Cassidy had a chance to win the championship this year until the very end, and for him to be moving on to the Jaguar factory team now, replacing Sam Bird, I think this is a great opportunity for him to continue his success in Formula E and to have someone to compare yourself to like Mitch Evans. I think Jaguar has to be really excited about their chances of winning the team's championship in 2024. I think this duo could potentially win a lot of Formula E races depending on what the parity's like next year, and certainly Envision using the Jaguar powertrain this past season, and then Cassidy obviously going to be using the Jaguar powertrain next year. I certainly think that's going to help make his transition to the team easier, and I have really high expectations for what Cassidy can do in 2024.
Yeah, this is the Kiwis taking over, aren't they? Evans and Cassidy, Van Gisbergen, McLaughlin, they're all at it at the moment. But this is, on paper, you would say this is probably the strongest driver lineup any Formula E team has had ever. I would suggest the way those two have been going over the last year or two. I've always had a keen eye on Nick since he was doing European Formula 3 5, 6, 7 years ago. Forged a career in Japan in Super League Formula and in Super GT, champion in both. And another man we'd like to see him in an IndyCar and see how he can go over there. But yeah, great to see this finally confirmed. It's been sort of doing the rounds in the background since before the Rome weekend, when Sam Smith from the race did sort of break that this was happening. So good to see that. And yeah, they've got the right colours, haven't they? The Jaguar team with the black and white, and then they've got two Kiwis driving the cars. So good to see Nick get this done. And he probably, I'm going to stick my neck out well in advance, he's my championship favourite for next season. And I know it's only August.
I think you've got a very good shout there as well. And Adam says, watch out, Formula E Jaguar wants the drivers and manufacturers titles. Perfect combo as well. They really are, I think, the strongest going in to the next season. But as Cassidy, I thought the green screen was fading there. It's the Pagoda Tower. As Cassidy moved on to Jaguar, Envision Racing turned to a familiar face to replace him. After spending one season away from the team with Apt, Robin Frijns is returning to the Envision family. Frijns, his only two career Formula E wins came with Envision in season 5. In his only year with Apt, he wasn't able to do much with a non-competitive car. And also, don't forget, he broke his wrist at the start of the season in an accident in Mexico City. He now returns to a team that should take him back to the front of the grid, the graphic courtesy there of Envision Racing. Matt and Kirby, Matt, starting with you. Do you think getting the band back together was the best move for Envision going forward?
Yeah, it was good Frijns' move. That he just hasn't had a good run at Apt, as you say, with just a poor car and injuries and whatever else. Been a lot of Robin Frijns news because he's re-signed to the BMW team for WRT for next season for IMSA or WEC, wherever they end up. So lots of Frijns driver announcement news happening over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, good to see Robin back. He is a quality driver, always has been, and just a little bit unlucky with where he's kind of the musical chairs of Formula E fell for him over the last couple of years. But this is a sure sign that they can push on. And if the rumours are true that Sam Bird, if he doesn't go to McLaren, may end up next to him, if not Rene Rast. They're the swirling rumours that could be Frijns' teammate for next year. We'll obviously keep you posted on that on the show as the silly season rolls on, and it's plenty long enough as we wait all the way to January for the first race. So whoever they get alongside Robin, that'll be a strong team, you can be sure.
Yeah, we certainly have several months to go until the new Formula E season starts. I'm sure we're going to have multiple Great Tonight shows where we're going to be talking about all of these driver changes and all of that, and new drivers coming into the series. But I do think it was a good idea to bring Robin Frijns back into the Envision racing pool. They're really familiar with him. They've had success with him. So why not bring back somebody who's familiar with the team environment, how everything's operate, rather than bringing someone new? And I'm sure a lot of people probably be wondering, maybe they should have waited out to see what happens with the driver market to try to get potentially a big name driver come in, but there's still time for that to happen as well. But I do think that this is a great move for Robin Frijns. I know it was very frustrating for him this past season running with that with a team that just didn't have a great car at all, and we all know what Robin Frijns is capable of in Formula E, and there really wasn't much he could do with the app car. So getting back with Envision, I'm sure he's very excited because he can return to the Robin Frijns we all know, who's capable of scoring great points on a weekly basis, competing for podiums and wins. And I'm sure that's exactly what Envision expects to get when he returns to the team in 2024.
I just hope it's not like getting back together with an ex-girlfriend as well. And it's nice when it comes back, and then all of a sudden the same cracks in the relationship start to appear as well. That made you realise why you stopped the first time around. It could either go very well or very badly. So it's going to be fun to see.